time, inhale. And exhale. This time, inhale, arms up overhead. And now exhale, bow yourself forward. So using a little bit of core strength, drop the hands to the mat, the head relaxes, the shoulders relax. Take a breath. And now inhale, roll yourself back up vertebrae by vertebrae, arms come up overhead, inhale. And exhale again, bow forward. So just allow that torso to fold forward. Nice deep breath in here again. Exhale. Inhale, roll up. Arms come wide up overhead. And exhale, hands to prayer. Drop the chin to the chest. And now interlace the fingers at the base of the skull. Relax the shoulders as you start to open up the neck and upper back. Maybe a slight tip of the head to the right or to the left. Just see if you can find the channel through the upper back that is most strained, and breathe into that space. Offer a little resistance of the head back up into the hands, and breathe. Now release the hands to the knees. Inhale, bring the head back up to center. This time take the right arm, you're going to slide it behind your back, and then grab the wrist with your free hand. So you're going to grab hold. Think about drawing that arm over to the left, but really try to pull the shoulder back, not that the pectoral keeps pulling tight. And as you give that arm a little bit of a draw, drop the head to the left. So you can kind of choose how much you want to draw the arm. It might not even take that much. But remember, the chest is tight, the front of the neck tends to be tight, so it's easy to let that shoulder roll forward. Think about letting the shoulder blade roll into the back as you draw the arm across to the left. Now I can change the direction of my head, up, down, slightly tilted, in or out. See if you can find those tight pathways through the side of the neck. Deep but calm breathing. Anything that's been heavy on your shoulders, weighing you down. It may not fully dissipate right now, but just try to hold that intention of allowing it to melt away. Now keep the right arm behind the back. Take your left hand and grab for the right knee. And slowly rotate into a twist as you tip your head back upright. Now really try to look over your right shoulder. As your right shoulder rolls open, your left shoulder pulls into the twist. Draw your belly in. And as you sit tall, try not to over-exaggerate the arc in your back. You can finally take those fingertips down behind you and just kind of brace them up against the floor as your arm rolls into your spine. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Now keep holding on to the right knee with the left hand. Take your arm behind you and bring it all the way up to the sky. Now slightly unroll, just a hair, like maybe 25%. Start to side bend to the left. So really grip the knee. Think about that bottom arm rolling over to the right. It's kind of taking your shoulder with as you side bend yourself. Now press into the head of the right knee. Inhale through the nose, looking up, forward, or down. Exhale through the nose. You'll probably notice you don't have to go too far to start to get into the lower back, into the side body. On the next exhale, keep reaching with your top arm and roll towards me. Roll down, roll down, roll down. Release your bottom arm and extend both arms now out in front. Relax the head, relax the shoulders. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Nice deep breath in. Roll yourself up. Arms come wide enough overhead. Inhale. And exhale, hands to prayer. Awesome. Take your left hand, slide it behind your back. Take your right hand, grab the wrist. And as you drop the head over to the right, you're going to give that arm just a little bit of a tug. Again, think about the shoulder rolling back rather than sinking forward. So sometimes those unhabitual patterns or habits kind of seep in even to our yoga practice, because it's what our body's used to. It's what we're accustomed to doing consciously or unconsciously. Now you might even get some pulling or pinching in the underarm. This might resonate down into the shoulder. This might be very local in the neck. So just honor your body. Keep breathing. Okay, take your right hand, grab for the left knee, start to turn yourself into a twist as your head slowly comes upright. Now hand behind you can anchor into the floor to help you roll the shoulder open even more on that left side. Now inhale, sitting tall. Remember, as you sit tall, it's not a dropping forward of the belly even more. It makes us feel like we're going taller, but we're actually keeping the lower back really short. So draw the belly in as you gently start to rotate your spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Think about this as thirds. So turn in the belly, breathe. Turn in the rib cage, breathe. Turn with the shoulders, head and neck, breathe. Still holding on to the knee. Inhale, take your back arm up to the sky, slightly unroll, and then side bend over to the right. Now you can stay looking up if the neck feels comfortable with that. Otherwise, turn the head to a place that feels appropriate. Now this might be more in the lower back than the side body, so feel free to just go with what feels appropriate. Let that bottom arm be pulled to the left. Here we go. Keep reaching through the top arm. Roll yourself forward. Release your bottom arm. Cross-legged forward fold. Relax the head and shoulders. Breathe here. Inhale, roll yourself up. Bottoms of the feet together, round angle. Rock to release the glutes. Again, give yourself that lengthened space up through the crown of the head. Relax your shoulders down. And as you press your knees to the floor, keeping a level chin, let's look to the right. So shoulders roll open and really try to rotate your head as much as you can to the right, pulling the left shoulder back. Now when you can't rotate any farther, try to look out the corners of your eyes. Breathe. Inhale, center, and then the same thing on the opposite side. As you try to look, work not to lean the head. Keep the left side of the neck long. Pull the right shoulder back and breathe. breathe. And when your head can't go any farther, look out the corners of the eyes. Find your breathing. Notice the little things. Inhale, turn the head back to center. Arms come up overhead. And exhale, see if you can start to hinge forward, pressing the feet against each other. Lower the hands eventually to the floor. Relax your shoulders. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, roll it back up, arms come up overhead. And now drop your left hand to the floor, relax your left shoulder, and side bend to the left. Still keeping that bound angle, reach through the fingertips, use the arm to create even more length and space, relax the bottom shoulder. Now breathe along the right side of the body, looking up, forward, or down again, honor the neck. On your next exhale, keep reaching through the top arm and roll into a forward bend. So that top arm is really powerful to get you into that lower back. Both arms slide out in front, relax the shoulders. There's your breath again. Inhale, roll it up, arms come up overhead. Drop the right arm to the right, relax the right shoulder, side bend to the right. Think about pressing through the head of the left knee just to keep a little bit more openness. Relax the bottom shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Now keep reaching with the upper arm. Roll it forward. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, roll it up. Bring the knees together. Cross the ankles and come up, and then just uncross those legs into a standing forward bend. Now, if you've been doing some fair amount of sitting today, the hamstrings may be a little stiff feeling, almost plastic-like. So just take a moment here, rock front to back, bend and straighten the legs, maybe walk your forward bend, alternating bending the knees. See if you can find some happy space here, where your breath can start to move through your body. And although it may not be pain-free or it may not be exactly what you want, just start to feel the heaviness of the torso. So at this point, if you want to grab opposite elbows and just gently press the arms down towards the floor, really focus on the exhales, hollowing the belly up and in. Once we start to pass that 30-second and then minute mark, we get this nice little breaking free feeling, where the fascia slowly starts to kind of de-stick itself. It's like pulling double-sided tape off a wall. So nice deep breath in, and nice deep breath out. Remember, draw the belly up and in as you exhale. Let the chin fall in towards the chest, lean a little forward. Give your body a few moments here to decompress from the day. Not only are we responding to the cold weather, but our body is constantly responding to everything that we engage with. Every thought, every action, every word, everything we observe. So just take a few more breaths here. And as you breathe here, as you hang heavy, as your body starts to decompress, just draw an appreciation here for the gift of time. Being on the mat, for feeling in your body, and and knowing that there are people on this earth that don't feel for whatever reason. So just be thankful for that connectedness that you can draw from. Now release your arms, bend your knees, I'd say like 25% of what you could probably bend, and step your feet open into a straddle. Now from that straddle, it doesn't have to be your widest straddle, but try to have somewhat of a decent stride here. Nice long spine, walk your hands out a couple of paces where your feet are still flat on the mat, but you kind of look maybe like a plank variation of some sort. Now exhale, start to slide your hips back, maybe even your hands a little bit further forward depending, and relax your head between your arms, straddle down dog. Keeping the hands gripped to the floor, just lean back enough where you can feel the spine start to lengthen. You might get a couple pops and clicks out of that. With all four corners of your feet connected to the mat, now start to slide your pelvis to the right and left. So this doesn't require a knee bend, but if you were erasing a chalkboard with your glutes, or writing with a pencil, and your pencil is your tailbone, try to draw a horizontal line to the right and left as far as you can. And what you should or should not be feeling, possibly, is some inner thigh work, possibly down into the inner knees, depending on what's tight. Some inner groin work. You may feel some work all the way up around the sit bones. But let's see if we can start to create a little bit more mobility here in the realm of the pelvis. It's easy even in yoga just to become stagnant in a pose, and even though it may feel pretty good, we're missing out. Because our body is meant to be mobile, our joints as healthy as possible. So just erase the chalkboard. Notice if one direction is more willing than the other. You kind of hit a sweet spot. Feel free to stay there and take a couple of breaths. And then settle the pelvis down. Lean your hips a little bit further back now, maybe a little bit more space granted. Spine is long, the hands are connected, the head is relaxed. Slide the hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift your head up to about hip level. Exhale, let side lunge to the right. So right knee bends, spine is long, shoulders are relaxed. Open your stride enough that you don't end up leaning outside of your legs. Now use the right shoulder, elbow, forearm, something of that nature, and press the leg open even wider. Sit back into your hips rather than forward into your knees. So the inner thighs, the pelvis, the hips are all kind of best friends, and when one is sticky, the other one suffers. So low hip flexibility or mobility is definitely going to wreak havoc on our pelvic floor. So let's create some space here. Inhale, come up through center, and exhale to the left. So glide over to the left, relax your shoulders back, sit your hips down to that very low bench behind you. Maybe lean into the leg. Let's create some space here. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Give your body permission to unwind, to decompress from all the things that it's observed, absorbed, internalized, processed, consciously and unconsciously. And then inhale, come back up to center, walk your hands forward. This time come far enough forward that you actually come off the heels and onto the balls of the feet, kind of into a straddled plank. Press away from the floor, broad back. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Breathe, press away from the floor. Exhale, slide it back. Hips go high. Just walk your hands in just enough to get that straddle down dog again going. So nice long length through the lower back, through the underarm, hands planted. Erase your chalkboard again. So how far can you slide the hips, sit bones, tailbone to the left, and then do the same thing to the right without bending the knee. And again, I just want to remind you, all those muscles that attach on the rim of the pelvis, the rim of the pelvis, are pretty much inner adductor, inner thigh, hamstring, quad. So just kind of know as you move your pelvis right to left, that's going to pull on all of those attachments. And if we only ever move in one plane of motion for the hips and pelvis, we're really missing out. That could be the very reason why our lower back right there always gives us grief. Do you notice if one side's stickier or not? Okay, so now settle that down. Let your hips slide back again. Spine is nice and long. Relax the head. Breathe. Feet are planted. Inhale, slide your hands under your shoulders. Back is like a coffee table. If the floor is a little bit low for you, grab a block. Otherwise, place the hand under the heart. So let's go right hand. If you need that block, feel free. Fold the elbows forward, tuck the free arm, and let's roll it open into a nice little twist here. Extend the top arm up and really push through the bottom arm. So that pushing in the bottom arm is what's going to give you a nice stretch to the neck. On the bottom side, now really try to align the chin with the shoulder, either side, up or down. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Okay, so we're going to have a little fun here. I want you to engage the thighs, and you're going to pull straight up, and you'll end up coming up into a twist. So pull it up, straight up, straight up, straight up, and you're turning towards Highway 60. You still are turned. You haven't unwound it all. Look over your back arm, look for your thumb, hold it. And then exhale, see if you can tip right back down into the twist that you came from. Think about it. Breathe. Exhale, top arm drops down. Bend both knees, sit back, straddle squat. Let the arms lengthen out. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale, walk your hands forward, straddle plank. So far enough forward, and then you have to shift your shoulders forward and far enough. Press away from the mat and breathe. Exhale, straddle down dog, slide the hips up, walk your hands in just a few slides. Hips go nice and high, head goes nice and low. Breathe. Think of this as a dance with your breath. Try to slide the hips right and left. Creating that happy mobility in the bottom rim of the pelvis here, just a little bit more, so that your body moves more freely, your back is more happy and content. And then settle the pelvis at center, slide your hands under your shoulders, straddle, shoulders are up about hip level. Take that left hand under the heart, feel free, use your block. Let's tuck the right arm to start, maximize the rotation to the best of your ability. Turn, turn, turn. And then extend the top arm up, you're pushing through the bottom arm. That bottom arm is going to assist the shoulder girdle to twist a little bit more effectively, so don't be afraid to press down into the floor. Look up or down, your choice, but keep opening the heart. Keep breathing. All right, now try to pull yourself up and stay in the twist. Here we go, pull it up. Look for the back arm. Open the heart, stretch, breathe. All right, slowly tip back down, control it. Exhale, top arm drops down, bend your knees, head sinks between the arms, sit back into the hips and heels, breathe. Inhale, let the legs lengthen, straddle. Slide the hands towards the shoulders or under the shoulders, walk the feet in, back into standing forward bend. You can choose that distance of your feet, but just kind of keep it modest. Relax the head, lean a little forward. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, and as you find the weight on the feet, notice if you're collapsing into the ankles or kind of gripping the floor with your toes. See if you can just settle that out a little bit. Inhale, and exhale. Let the belly pull itself in on the exhale. Open the lower back even more. You're not going to get a whole lot of action that first 30 seconds. So now wait, watch, breathe. Use gravity, use your breath, use your body. Now notice your mind. Is it anxious? Is it anticipating? We can still be the observer and allow those things, those emotions, those feelings to be there. One of the things yoga can teach us is we don't have to act on everything. Now bend your knees generously. On the next inhalation, roll yourself up, take your time. Arms come up overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Awesome. So let's grab our blocks. And if you don't have both of them, you can set them out in front of you here. And then come to kind of a mountain pose, feet are hips distance-ish. Doesn't have to be perfect. Awesome. Give a small bend to the knees. Inhale into extension. And then exhale, drop it into forward bend however you want, but this time hands on your blocks. Let's start them at the highest level so that your shoulders are near hip height, more or less. Okay, so take your blocks, and if you want to just smush them together, you can. Otherwise, just slide that left block a little bit more under your heart. Now, if you have shorter arms or maybe you have longer legs and you still feel like you're a little off, you can fist or you can tee your block. So if you do need a little bit more height, feel free to do that. So just know you have some options. Give a little bit of a bend now to that right knee. Think about which knee that was. So right knee's going to bend just a little bit. And let's open ourselves up where I lied here, left knee, sorry. Left knee's going to bend just a little bit. And rotate open to the right. Now press away from the floor, and if you look at your bottom arm, the fold of the elbow is turning forward towards me. So that's the shoulder's responsibility. So if the shoulder's either all gunky or it just doesn't have a lot of mobility, notice that habitual internal rotation. We want to rotate it out. So just like when we were sitting and doing that neck stretch, I had you roll the shoulder open, same thing again. Work to revolve the spine as much as you can. Get the upper back really working here. You want the core muscles to work more efficiently, you have to get the rib cage to be a little bit more mobile. Exhale, drop it down. Now hands can be on the blocks or arms to the floor. Relax the head. If you want to add a little chest expander in here right now, if that seems to work well for you, feel free to do that. If you want to bend and straighten the legs a few times. What does your body need? What feels effective, efficient? What feels right? Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. I'll say it again, there is nothing worse than moving through the day with pain. With pain that we consciously know something needs to be done for it, and when it's done, feel better, but yet we're not doing anything. Offer yourself gratitude for doing something this evening. All right, hands to the blocks. So this time the right hand's just going to slide a little bit more under the heart. You can either fist it, flat palm, which is going to give you more of that carpal tunnel stretch, or you can also tee out your blocks if you feel a little bit low. Right knee is going to bend. Tuck the left arm. Now you're turning towards the wall. Peek down towards your bottom arm. Make sure that arm isn't rolling in. I know it's tempting. And it may even be a little challenging if those muscles have not worked that way. Then top arm comes to the sky. Really push through the bottom arm. I want you to try to rotate the rib cage as effectively as you can. So yes, we're getting some hamstring work here, but I want you to try to turn the torso. Inhale through the nose And exhale through the nose. This is part of the responsibility of the internal oblique, is to rotate. And when the torso doesn't move, it's stuck, it's frozen, that internal oblique doesn't get the development that it needs. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Keep breathing. Exhale, lower down. You choose the arm position. Feel free to choose what you want to do with your legs. Keep them bent or walk them out or whatever you'd like to do, what feels right. Inhale through the nose, but keep breathing. Exhale through the nose. Slowly bend the knees and take a seat. And as you take a seat, this time bottoms of the feet are going to come together, but I want you to try it with a block. So you're going to take a block, doesn't matter if you have a 3 or 4 inch, and you're going to set that block between the feet. What this is going to do is just challenge the hip sockets a little bit more. If you feel like that is just kind of pushing me over the edge, then get rid of the block. Okay, if that just feels like you are losing kind of your body, then feel free to get rid of that. Hold on to the ankles. Let's try to sit tall. And as you sit tall, press the knees down. As you press the knees down, drive the shoulders down. So give yourself some length. And now same thing again. We're going to try to come forward. So if you want to go again, elbows to the insides of the thighs, go for it. If you want to just go for some length here, if you're just happy you haven't fallen over, that's fine too. Nice deep breath in. And nice deep breath out. As the inner hip sockets find more balance, the lower back is going to be happier and happier and happier. And as the inner groin and inner hip sockets find their balance, the torso has more rotation, which means the obliques turn on more effectively, which means we're more able to use our core in just everyday movements. Bring it up. Move your block. Left leg out to the left. Right foot down to the inside of the thigh. Now you can touch it to the thigh if you'd rather put the heel in front of the groin. Feel free, it's going to be a little bit more challenging on the hip. It might not seem like right now, but you're going to challenge that hip rotation a little bit more. All right, you're nice and tall. Arms outstretched to T. Relax the shoulders down. We're going to move to the left first. So left arm drops down. Top palm turns up, fold of the elbow turns up. Bring the arm alongside the ear as you press heavy through the bent knee. Now again, I'm either going to look down or look up. So either way, I'm a big fan of rotation. If you look forward, which if you need to do that, that's fine, but you're not getting rotation in. So either way, try to give the neck a little love here. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Now draw the belly in and back to keep you opening the lower lumbar. So remember, when the lower back is tight, we have a tendency to dump the belly forward. So it feels like we're going farther, but really we're just kind of navigating through the tightness. Now inhale, bring yourself up, arms to T. Let's rotate to the right without hijacking the hip. So keep that left glute down. Turn, turn, turn. Take the left hand onto the thigh, palm up or down. I'll leave that up to you. Opposite arm comes behind the spine. Now roll that shoulder blade open. So right shoulder blade rolls open. Left shoulder blade pulls into the twist. Relax the front ribs down a little bit. Draw the belly back a little bit. It's almost like you're trying to sink your front body into your back body and then try to twist. Let's break the body into thirds again. Inhale, exhale, you're going to breathe into your belly. Then repeat the breathing, breathe in, rotate in the rib cage. Repeat the breathing, try to rotate the shoulder girdle, and let the head and neck follow. If you feel a part of the body is sticky, stay there for a while. If you notice that the left hip is trying to pick up, that's the straight legs hip, then you know you're at a point of restriction. Less is more. I don't know about you, but I go one way and it's like brick wall. And so nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Our body is merely reacting and adapting to our environment. That's all it's doing every single day. So does my body need to change? Yes, but does my environment need to change? Most definitely. And it could be something as simple as the shoes you wear, the chair you sit on, the conversations you engage in. Okay, so now take your back arm, bring it up alongside the ear, palm faces the straight leg. Relax your catched arm, that's your left arm, and side bend to the straight leg. So we're going to go to the left, and then release the bottom arm onto the top of the straight leg. Let's see if we can roll open. So roll the top arm open, roll the rib cage open. Draw the belly deeply into the back body. Press down through the bent knee. Now I'm either looking down, rotation, or I'm looking up, chin to shoulder, rotation. Where you bring that top arm is going to change things. So think about trying to do almost like a circle with your arm, or if you were making a snow angel. Move the top arm a little bit. See if you can create a little bit more space. This is one of those stretches again where 30 seconds isn't going to do much. We got to give ourselves a couple of breaths so we can get that glow stick effect. If I just hold the glow stick and slowly bend, the body can slowly start to release. This is where patience comes in. This is where your breathing comes in. Okay, now keep reaching with the top arm and slowly start to rotate towards your straight leg. Hands can rest on the floor to help you a little bit more. Rotate the shoulders towards the leg. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Again, what doesn't move? What's sticky? What's stuck? That may mean that we have to pull back to move forward, that we feel more restricted as a result. But breathe there, go there. Now you can take your right arm, that's the arm on the inside of the leg, and if you even just try to cross it to the outside of the leg, even if it's like, hope I barely can get there, just that action is going to just give a nice little draw, a nice little pull through the back of the body just a little bit more, into the lower back just a little bit more. Maybe grab hold of the foot or the ankle. If you want to take your left hand, that's the outside hand, and kind of grab the wrist and give it a little push, feel free. How can we create a little bit more space? Keep breathing. What feels good? What can I breathe into? I always follow the mentality, strength is necessary, but without mobility, strength does nothing for us. And if we're mobile, we automatically cultivate the strength that we need. All right, roll yourself up. And as you roll yourself up, arms open up to T. Give your back a moment to kind of go, what just happened? And then take that right arm, drop it down to the floor. Let's roll the arm to the knee and open up into three-point stretch. Now use your glutes to give the pelvis a little thrust forward as you reach from fingertips to toes. Now same thing again. Where are you going with the head? Breathe. Exhale, roll it down. Bottoms of the feet together. If you want to add that block in again, feel free. If you prefer just to keep the feet as is, that's fine. It's just an option for you. Grab hold of the ankles, draw some length, relax the shoulders down. You may feel a little even imbalanced, just the spine goes, and just kind of draw attention to that. Exhale, bring it forward. You choose what you want to do with your arms. If you want to add that little pressure again, that's totally fine. If you want to go for some length, what feels good, what feels right, where can you breathe, where can you stay with the feeling and sensation in your body? My own practice, I had to really learn how to pull back. feel all the little things. Inhale, roll it up. Move your block. Now this time, right leg out to the right. Left foot either heel to pubis bone or to the thigh. Just kind of draw yourself some length here. Arms outstretched to T. Relax the shoulders. You're going to move to the right first. So we're anchoring through that bent knee. Drop the arm. Relax the shoulder. We're not locking out. Now palm turns up. Fold of the elbow turns up. It's a rotation from the shoulder. Now as you side bend, bring the arm overhead. You can choose anything to do with that top arm. You can reach. You can let the elbow hang. Push through the elbow. Cradle the head. Again, same thing though. I'm going to suggest a rotation in the neck, whether it's up or down. Encourage the neck to rotate. When you turn the head, you stimulate all the spinal muscles. When you don't rotate the head, you don't stimulate the spinal muscles. Think about how many things during the day now have become convenient where you're no longer turning your head. It's an action that has almost become non-existent. But yet our body depends on it on so many levels. Top arm up, slowly come up, take your time. We're going to turn that into a twist, so let's rotate. Opposite hand to opposite knee, relax the shoulders down. Roll the arm back, so the arm that's behind you, kind of anchor fingertips to the floor, and then arm into the back. Roll that shoulder open. Now the hand that's taking hold of the thigh, palm up or down, I'll leave that up to you. Encourage rotation through the rib cage. Encourage rotation from the belly, and just as a reminder, try not to over-exaggerate an arc in your lower back, okay? So that kind of dumping action that can happen in a seated twist, we feel better. We feel like, oh, I can get farther, but the back muscles stay short, and the front hip flexor stays short. It's not a twist. You're not twisting anything. You're just kind of taking your lower body like a chunk and turning it. So sit back into the spine a little bit, draw the belly back into the spine, keep your sit bones anchored. You might not twist as far, but something much deeper is happening. Now challenge the neck, challenge the eyes, challenge your breath. Meet restriction with kindness, compassion, gratitude. Take your free arm, your back arm up alongside the ear. Stay holding onto the knee. Slowly start to lean towards the straight leg. Looking up or down. And then at any one point, you can free the bottom arm onto the shin. And maybe the hand grabs the foot. I just have long arms. Roll yourself open. Looking up, forward or down. Wherever you put that top arm. If you want to hold the head with the hand, you want to keep reaching. Or you can kind of play with the arm, almost like you're making a one-armed snow angel. Move the arm around a little bit. Is there a sweet spot? Is there an area that's like, ooh, that is tight? Breathe. As long as you keep stoking the fire, as long as you keep breathing, the body should be warming itself. Top arm pulls up slowly. Take your time. Body follows slowly. That stiff action, that stiff feeling will go away. Take the left arm, drop it to the floor. Here we go. Arm rolls to the knee. And then body rolls open. 3-point stretch. Reach. Stretch through your straight leg. Reach through your upper arm. Pull your top arm behind the head. Lean the pelvis forward. Breathe. You have to breathe. Exhale, top arm rolls down, hips roll back. Bottom of the feet's come together, bound angle. If you want to add that block in again, it's just an option. You're tall, up through the crown of the head. Let's add that fold again. Choose your arm variation, but pull the shoulders back. Give the neck some space. Inhale, bring it up slow. And now move your block off to the side. We're going to come into a cross-legged position. And then take your block in front of you. So maybe the mid-level is an appropriate level to start at. And if you feel like maybe a double stack would be more appropriate, just know that you can kind of play with this. So you have some options here. All right, let's take the left leg. So you're going to take that left leg, lift it up, and either grab hold of the foot and the knee with the hands, or maybe elbow to foot, elbow to knee, or a combination. So you have, what would that be, 8 different ways that you could do it, 4 different ways you could do it. And then sit really tall. So as I round back, I'm gonna be like, oh, I can get my leg a lot higher. I want you to try to rock onto your sitting bones. Now use your back muscles, sit as tall as you possibly can, and not only pull your foot in, but try pushing it up so that we can get a little bit into the hip. So it's kind of like a seated pigeon. So again, feel free, hold it any combination. And if you want to add a little bit of rocking, you can. If you want to turn more like a gait in and out, see if you can get that hip to come to life just a little bit more. And then from that place, bottom heel can stay tucked in towards the glute, that's fine. You're going to take your top leg and place it onto the block in front of you. You just kind of let the foot hang off. You can adjust as you need to. If you would rather take your bottom leg and tuck it up nice and tight against the back of the block, that bottom foot can go however it is you see fit. I'm like at the edge of my mat though, it's kind of awkward. Here we go. All right, so when I look down, my hips appear to be forward, okay, even though my legs are a little crooked. We're going to try to stay nice and tall, and now exhale, start to come forward. So this is a variation of fire log or double pigeon. We're just slowly going to bring ourselves forward. Now you can reach your arms out further forward if you'd like to. If you feel like this isn't too bad, feel free, you can turn that block down a level, and you can bring that leg a little bit closer to the floor. If that still feels pretty good for you, you can also stack the leg on top of the opposite. So you'd actually be leg on top of leg, and at that point the bottom heel would push further out. So you kind of look like I Dream a Genie, arm and legs. Yeah. How's this feeling, okay? Nice deep breath in, and nice deep breath out. Stay here for about 20 more counts, so just calm breathing. Think about just lengthening the spine, just a little bit more. And mentally give your body permission to unwind, to let go of any tight grips, of anything unconscious that you may not be aware of. All right, slowly rise back up. Now, without using your hands, I want you to take that leg and extend it back out to the left. Take your right leg, tuck it back in. Inhale, arms stretch back out to T. Let's move back to the right again, back into 3-point stretch. Open, breathe, lean the hips forward. Look up or down. Honor that rotation that your neck absolutely needs. Exhale, roll back down. Cross the legs. Grab hold of your block. If you know you need it, then definitely grab hold of it. Let's start with that leg cradle. So feel free, hand and foot, hand and knee. And you can just use your arm strength to kind of pull up or pull in. You could probably also do more of like a fire log too, if this is more helpful. And then just use your core strength, back strength to sit nice and tall. There is really no right or wrong here. All right, so you're tall, get into the sticky outer hip, draw the heel in, press it up, maybe even push it out to the right. That might even give you a little bit of a hip stretch. You can also turn right and left. So what feels good, what feels right? Is there a sweet spot? Are you just happy that this is possible? That's okay too. So take that leg now, and you can set it onto your block. Your block can be at any height. And then you can choose what to do with the bottom leg. You can have it up against, tight against the block. You can have it tucked more back towards your glute. There is no right or wrong. But you want to try to bring the hips as squared forward as you can, nice and tall, and now just consider coming forward. If you need to hold the leg in place or you want your hand on your knee, there is nothing wrong with that. You can absolutely do that. Just try to keep the neck open and the chest open. Arms may or may not be effective extending forward, and I'll let you decide that. The sensation may be in the hip, it might be in the lower back, it could be even in the groin. And at any time you can change the height of the block, you can change the leg rotation of the leg position altogether. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. So we're going to go again from this point about a minute. So a good opportunity to get to know your breathing. Breaths. All right, slowly bring it up. Try to just let your leg use its own strength to bring it out to the right. Guide the left leg in a little bit more. Arms open up to T. Last time. Let's move over to the left. Hand drops to the knee. Roll it open. Hips come forward. Drop the head either back and up or down. exhale, roll down slow. Bottoms of the feet together, sit tall. Last time, just draw some line. Turn the head to the left, pull the right shoulder back. Really try to rotate the neck. And then really try to rotate the eyes. And then opposite side. Turn, turn, turn. Draw back on the left shoulder. And then really try to turn the eyes. And then back to center. Draw the shoulders up to the ears and just release them down and back. And then knees come together slowly. Grab your bolster. Take the packed end towards you. That's just the nicer, more compact side. And you can face it in any direction that you want. Come up against the bolster with your sacrum, your lower back. And then slowly make your way onto your bolster. Now, arms open up. I want you to do more of like a W position with the arms or a T position. That way the chest muscles can get a really good opening here. Shoulder blades wiggle down into the back. Legs can drop into a very relaxed version of a bound angle. So heels are quite a distance away from the groin. If that feels good for your hip flexors and that's not straining or pulling, it should feel good. You could also prop the thighs with blocks if that would be more appropriate. The legs can go long, one out to each corner of the mat, if that would also otherwise be more appropriate. Now we'll come around some China gel this evening if you'd like some palms face up. If not, just turn the palms down just for a few moments, and then you can go back into that nice relieving arm variation. As you rest here on the mat, just overwhelm yourself with gratitude. The mind has this magical way of noting all of the things that go wrong, pointing out all of our shortcomings, all of the world's trials and errors, unless we make it a point to notice the overwhelming amount of good, fantastic sweetness that is happening on a daily basis. Choose those moments. Again, at any time the mind starts to wander off, just come back to the overwhelming amount of good. hope. If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again. The late C.S. Lewis, in his remarkable book, Christian Behavior, said, "Hope is one of the theological virtues." He meant that a continual looking forward to the eternal world is not, as some people think, a form of escapism or wishful thinking, but one of the things that we as people are meant to do. This does not mean that we are to leave the present world as it is. If you read history, you will find that faithful people who did the most for the present world were those who thought the most of the next. It is only since many followers have largely ceased to thinking of the next world that they have become so ineffective in this one. Aim at heaven, said Lewis, and you will get earth thrown in. Aim at earth, and you will get you. In the midst of pessimism, gloom, and frustration of the present hour, there is one bright beacon of hope. One promise. If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you myself. Receive you to myself. So as you leave here tonight, be that beacon of hope. Look forward. See all the possibilities present. And when we find ourselves not in those moments, looking forward, know that it is you that can change that at a moment's notice. Listen carefully. Very slowly in a way that works for you. You're going to roll completely to one side. And at that point then, work to move the bolster out from behind you and roll onto your back, flat onto the floor. And just give your spine, your hips, your heart a chance to acclimate. Find balance again, openness. Maybe you would consider laying kind of like an X on the floor. Just completely open. Open to hope, open to looking forward, open to being that beacon of light. Where at some point or another, yoga wears on us enough in a good way. We're looking backwards, dwelling on all the things that have gone wrong. It just seems off. Like we watch ourselves do that and it's like, stop that. And hopefully there comes that point where yoga provokes you enough to take action and stop. Turn and look up. keeps you alive. That spirit within you. Take that with this evening in a very conscious way.